Good morning. Good morning. Gee, it's great to start your day with coffee with Karma today. Hello and welcome to Coffee with Karma. I am your host, Carma Spence, and I help executive coaches, business leaders, and consultants write, publish, and market their client attracting books so that they can grow their business. Now, what am I going to be talking about today? I'm going to be talking about how to be a research ninja. What do I mean by that? If you are writing a nonfiction book, yes, if it's a client attracting book, you will be writing it about what you know about, but you may want to enhance some of that knowledge with additional research, researching facts, figures, statistics, those kinds of things so that you can shore up what you're saying. So, for example, I've been doing a lot of research about writer's block for my next book, and I've learned a few shortcuts or ninja tricks that have helped my research go more swiftly. And I wanted to share some of those with you today. So I'm going to be sharing 5 ways that you can research your book more efficiently. The first one is Google Scholar. Google Scholar basically it lets you search peer-reviewed journal articles and academic journals. So that you're not just getting anybody's opinion here, you're getting actual scientific research. I found it very helpful because I'm trying to find the actual journal articles that say, okay, this affects creative blocks. This affects creative blocks. What are the linkages? What does science say? I'm not just going to say, well, I've had writer's block and this is what worked for me. I mean, I'm going to say that too, but that doesn't mean it'll work for you. And so I'm really trying to get deep scientific information that supports my thesis for the book. And using Google Scholar helps you get there more quickly than doing a Google search. Because I did start out with Google search, and finding journals through Google search is pain. Is a painful experience. Now, there is another tool that will also help you do that, and that is called Perplexity. I think it's .ai. And I recently discovered Perplexity and I love it. Basically, what you do is you type in a question like you would any search engine. Then you get in the free version, you get 5 pro searches a day. So you click the little toggle that says pro search, hit enter, and it will not only pull up links to all those references, but it'll summarize it for you so you can decide whether you want to continue researching that particular journal or not. I've found it particularly helpful in making connections that may not actually be out there, but are sort of hinted at. And I go through my 5 pro searches a day. And I have actually done a comparison between a regular search and a pro search. I asked one question and it said, I'm sorry, there's nothing. And I'm like, I know there is. So I click the toggle button, ask the exact same question. Goes, "Oh, yes, here you go." So, the pro version is worth it if you're doing a lot of research, it's only $20 a month. I'm just not doing enough to warrant that because I've got chat and it does most of what I need it to do. Anyway, your second research source is Wikipedia. Now, Wikipedia comes with a caveat, and that is verify everything you hear in there because it's crowdsourced and people put in their own opinions rather than actual facts, but they'll talk about it as if it were a fact. So it's not always reliable, but I found it's very good at giving you a general lay of the land and points you to better research. So and also for, like, light facts that, don't need a lot of fact checking. You're just like, "Okay, what year did this happen?" That's usually pretty straightforward, and you can usually pretty much trust Wikipedia for the things like that. So I found that that is a very good shortcut to helping point you way to the real data. Now once you've collected all your data, you're gonna need to start organizing it. And I've found that using AI tools such as ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini to help you analyze your data is very helpful. So I actually have a prompt that I use where I'll upload a journal article and I'll ask ChatGPT to summarize it for me, give me the key points, and give me definitions of key terms in both what the journal says it is and in plain English. So, I actually have several definitions now of writer's block in both scientific and layman's terms. It's quite interesting to see how different journals define it slightly differently. So that will be fun once I start really getting into the writing part. But I found that using this to summarize a journal article means I don't have to read the entire journal article unless I need to read the entire journal article. So what I'm using it for is I have ChatGPT summarize and analyze it for me. I read the summary and analysis and go, okay, is this something I need? Do I need to get the specific quotes? And then I'll go into the journal. So that's number three. Number four is using advanced Google search hacks by filtering out irrelevant results with Google's advanced search features. You can also use site-specific searches and file type filtering, which can save you hours. So this is like advanced stuff. There is a button on Google search that says advanced search. And then in using that it has different fields where you can sort by website if you're looking for something out of a specific website, or you can say it includes these terms but not these terms. You can add Boolean search criteria. Using the advanced Google search can help you drill down to the data you want much more quickly than reiterating a regular Google search. And finally, number 5 is general organization. So you've done your research, you've analyzed your research using AI tools. Now you need to organize it all. Now, one way I do it is I have all my notes are in a single Word file. I organize that Word file into general chunks of information, and then I print it out and I cut it up into tiny little pieces of paper. And then so, like, I'll have my and this is how I did public speaking superpowers. I had all my notes about passion, and then I would look through them and organize them, and that's how I wrote my chapter on passion. And I'm doing a similar methodology with the author switch as well. But there are other ways to do it too. There are useful tools such as Trello. You could create a Trello board with all that information and organize it that way. There are AI tools that will do this too. I did not get into deeply researching that, but I know they exist. So if you would prefer to do it the digital way rather than the cutting up pieces of paper way, which is basically my way of being lazy with index cards because I don't wanna write that many notes on index cards, and I don't wanna paste the pieces of paper on index cards, so I just use the pieces of paper. But you can also take notes on index cards. That's the really old school way. That's what I used to do in high school and college. Oh my, yeah. This day I just print out and cut out pieces of paper. But there's 5 things you can do to become a research ninja. So again, Google Scholar, Wikipedia, but verify. AI-powered search assistants that help you analyze data. So that's like ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini. A research-specific tool such as Perplexity. Google Research Hacks, where you go into the advanced Google search section. And then once you have all your data, how to organize it both old school with cutting up pieces of paper and new school using Trello boards and other AI research organization tools. This is Carma Spence saying ciao for now and tune in on Friday when I will be talking about game changing tech strategies inspired by the strange tale of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I will see you on Friday.